Hello and welcome. Welcome. How's it going, Filch? Welcome everybody to the stream or to the YouTube video, whatever you're watching. I'm Katy Parry, and today we're going to be doing a Metafy session. That's right. Let's dive right in. We are going to be looking at a video today between Zelda and Link. Zelda finally had enough. She said, listen, I know that you've been working for my father for a long time now. And we really appreciate what you've been doing for us. We really appreciate it. But we don't need you anymore. So we're gonna have to let you go. Okay. Sorry. So we're gonna watch and see how to properly play this matchup. It is, I believe, an even matchup, so it can go either way, you know, but it is rough. It is a rough matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and get Ben on the line here. Oops. Trying to get my TV turned on here. There we go. Work with me here today. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's get this moved over. Okay, maybe not. Streamlabs is really weird. All I want to do is move my Streamlabs. It won't let me do it. So we're going to move this stuff over here. Bear with me, guys. Zelda saying, Link, listen, you're going to lose, honey. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, so I am trying to get all this shit set up. And I have two monitors, obviously, and trying to get this all like more streamlined to where like I have like certain things on one screen, certain things on another, and it's just not cooperating today. So just bear with me for a moment.
Need three monitors, clearly.
I clearly need three monitors, maybe even four. I mean, like, why beat around the bush here?
Listen, I've got two, and I'm considering getting.
I love to set stuff down. Well, that is cool, yeah.
It's already in boxes. On a different.
Yes, I completely relate to that. I mean, I've had my bedroom like this for probably maybe a month, and I this is the most ideal arrangement for what I'm trying to do. But like part of me has like these little plants, right? And I'll be like, I'm just constantly like putting it the same thing in different spots, twisting it, turning it, flipping it upside down, putting it upside right, left, right, whatever, trying to see like where it's going to look best because my mind changes constantly because I'm constantly thinking about different things. I'm sure you can relate to what I'm talking about. So, so what I'm going to do is I've just got everything pulled up here. So I think I'm just going to have to here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I will get my screen shared with you. Let's see here.
Times probably we are so tired, but we eat our round. A lot of them.
Oh, wow.
So round is not so much over and how much I can. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
We both. We like a
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just gonna be, honest. When it comes to Link, I mean, this is a matchup where you have to play a very, very specific way because Link is very similar in the fact that they want to set up shop. And the difference is that their way of dealing with zoners, um, Zelda and Link are pretty similar, at least in my opinion. Like Link is technically a zoner, but Link has pretty good up close options, especially with that Nair. So that's how they sort of deal with, you know, other characters that are trying to zone them. They have their own zoning tools, and then they have up close tools to deal with them. Zelda's similar in that aspect, but Zelda is focusing more on like mix ups. Like Link has bomb, Link throws bomb, Link blows up bomb. That's it. Like Zelda has like right. So Link's a lot more simplistic when it comes to like their game plan. So since both of you have a very similar game plan to me, and since Link's heavy and you're light, it's very similar to Snake in the sense that like it is a match that should go to time. Both of you should be avoiding each other, setting up shop, and chipping each other with your projectiles. It is annoying, it is frustrating, but there are some things that we can try to keep in mind in order to, make sure we're doing everything that we can in the matchup as best as we can. So yeah, what we're gonna, go ahead.
One last. Am putting a lot, but like the way I to go.
Yeah, and I mean that the thing is that that is a very potent part of the matchup. What we have to start getting ourselves to, and again, like I can't really speak for it yet because I haven't seen it, but I think when we really first start playing against Link, at least like for me, it's finding those opportunities where you can get punishes, and then it's sort of it's always going to be really that same concept, because we're always trying to mix up and mind game people with a trap and defensive character, is that Link is going to always keep throwing the boomerang. Like Link isn't going to stop throwing boomerang just because you can punish. So what we have to do is we have to like give him this false sense of security so he is comfortable throwing boomerang, and then when it counts, you teleport into them. So like when they're gonna die, you teleport into them, or like when you can at least hit them and you know that it will get you, like, because I know it's always gonna get you staged technically, but like we want to hit them and maybe set up a phantom. We want to hit them and they die, or we've got a phantom set up. So that sort of playing like that and more so focusing on like trying to use Nehrus in trickier ways to you know, reflect the boomerang point blank, or reflect boomerang on its way back. Because in this matchup, like, since you have a reflector, Link doesn't like that. Everything that Link can do at you from a distance can be reflected, and he's going to catch you trying to get your Phantom set up. So you can play this matchup pretty like one of two ways. You can play it more like reactive focused and just more with like Nehrus than anything else. And then when you get them off stage, you set up Phantom. You know, when they're at high percent, you see the opportunity, you teleport into them, that sort of thing. Or you set up shop with Phantom. You have to get displacements out in this matchup. Well, you don't have to, but I personally recommend that you do. It's hard to when he's throwing like 400 things and the kitchen sink at you all at once. So you have a decision to make. I personally like trying to play more with Nehrus and with shield, because it's going to be a lot more effective in the long run, because if you're not relying on Phantom as much, you're not going to get to a point where like he's throwing bomb like and lobbing it over Phantom, and like he's able to like hit you while you're charging it. So even if you displace it. So stages like this, honestly, stages with like platforms like Kalos, small battlefield, even PS2. I like PS2 more than the other stages, but like all of those stages are pretty hard to fight Link on, because he's able to set up shop, sit in a corner, sit on the platform, and just throw his shit. And, you know, if you charge Phantom, the difference is that you're a sitting duck. He gets to have his projectile and move around with it. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead and dive in and just kind of see and go from there.
Counterpick this. He won last time.
Okay. So yeah, Link is always going to be looking for the opportunity to up B. It's just as fast as Zelda's up B. It's frame 6. So because of that, we have no move that is safe on shield. You cannot hit Link's shield. It's going to happen, but it's and again, like, I'm not like correcting you. I'm just like sort of telling you to keep this in mind, so the next time you play against this person, you know, okay, they're like, you have to pretend they're Game & Watch. Like, you can't hit their shield because they will hit you back. And if you get too aggressive, you know, all it takes is for them to put up a frame 1 option, which is shield, and you hit it and they up B you and you die. So the difference here is that since they have their Nair, they get to pressure Zelda's shield. So that's what makes Zelda want to try to avoid the up close interactions here and stick more to like playing defensively with like Nehrus and Phantom. But like, that's a good Phantom right there. You didn't have to reflect. So try to pay more attention to like the fact that if you throw level 4, you have to like make sure that you realize, okay, like this is a little shield for me for now. This is like my little body blocker. So I know that you weren't really sure here, so that's why you did it, but we have to get to a place where you are sure, because right here, you know, this is an instance where like now his boomerang is down and hit the Phantom, and so since you're here, you can like stay right behind it. You don't have to get too close, because I know sometimes it can hit it and then hit you. So you can stay right here, let it hit the Phantom, and then once it hits the Phantom and it starts going back, then you can start like possibly rushing in and just like staying maybe about right here, just to watch how they try to get past you. So that way we can try to mix in up tilt and like dash back to center, that sort of thing. Okay. So we did Nehrus, and then like we have I know we're behind, but we're in neutral, so then we're throwing out the F smash here. Like, it's technically okay because it was safe here, but this is another thing that we want you to recognize, is that when you hit an F smash and it's spaced, like, and they're this far away from you, like it, because it pushed him back, you are safe. He can't hit you from here. So when you spot dodge here, you're spot dodging because you like missed and you're scared that you're going to get punished. So when you land that F smash, you can either do like a dash back afterwards, or you can do like, honestly, this would have been hard to call out. So you could dash underneath him, but I would prefer you just dash back. The other thing is that down tilt also works here. If for some reason they like drop shield and they jump right in. Quick question, Katie. I have to book now a date and time for our first session, right? Yes, Filch. Yes, you want to make sure that you get that done. If you can, try to stick with weekends. I'm trying to move my availability. I haven't gotten a chance to really talk to everybody about this yet, but I'm gonna have to start like trying to get like a part-time job while I'm doing this as well. And so I'm gonna need to like try to shift my availability to maybe something like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. So if you can stick to weekends, Filch, that would be fantastic. But that's not going to be right now. It'll be in the foreseeable future. So yeah, going back to this, when you land that F smash, if you land it and it doesn't push them very far away and you hit them point and blank, then it is unsafe. But since you landed it and it pushed them back and you landed it at this specific spacing here, it was safe. Right here, he was scared, he didn't know what to do. So right here, just I would dash back, because like honestly, you could have dashed back, pivot grabbed this. It'd have been a little difficult because his foot's sticking out, but it could have been done. Would have been done. So we spot dodge because we missed, and that's why we end up getting punished anyway. And then he goes into his combo, which is, you know, into down tilt. So he just gets a little combo from that. This Phantom isn't going to hit anybody. So, oh, hey, Wodato. So the little thing that I discovered, I will have to like, I'm trying to make a little video on it. And then I'm going to post it. I really don't want people to get too excited because it's to me, it's something that's really good. It just makes some of her like setups a little bit more, well, actually, I think it's pretty important. But it's something that I'd like to make a video on first, so I have to have time to edit that. So yeah, the Phantom, like, if anything, I do understand like throwing it out so like it protects you coming back. So I don't really have a problem with it because like this is a slow matchup and he can't really punish you for it from here. But just keep in mind that I would say this, if he has bomb, have a rule for yourself not to charge Phantom in disadvantage. Like you should only be looking for Nehrus. So, you know, I would write that down personally, just so that way you're more likely to retain that information when you're playing this matchup. So like, I thought the Phantom it's not going to hit them. But it's, you know, in this matchup, it's more so okay to do. See how you block that? So when you block that, you can sort of dash in while it's sitting there, which you do. Good. Great parry. Okay, so once we landed this hit here, just try to either stay or go in. Like at this point, you've landed an attack, and so they're either going to dash away or they're going to try to retaliate against you. And so technically in this instance, I know it's kind of hard to see. But like when you land this down smash, you could throw out up tilt here too, and you would hit them as well because they would have fallen into it. So it seems like he likes to fall on top of you a lot, and that's where Zelda sort of contests it because she does have to act second here. You know, the up tilt's not going to work if he doesn't jump on top of you first, but up tilt will beat that. Okay. So both of you are sort of like, oh, touch my shield, frame 6 option, frame 6 option. So both of you are kind of throwing those options out. So great reflect here. I love that you tried to go for that. That was cunty. That was just super cunty. After that, though, since you missed, dash back again. Don't freeze. Because the thing is that Link Nair, like I know that we're looking to like punish out a shield, but Link Nair is not, I don't think we can punish it with up B. And up B is like the main punish we want to look for. against people because it simplifies. So right here, you do this this parry into bear, but what you could look for would be turnaround up tilt. So like parry, during the parry animation, already have your stick up, because we got to think about where Link is going. He's going to center, so it's good for you to cover center anyway. So if you are holding up and slightly to the right here, and then just hit A, you'll buffer that and you'll cover. Great kick. Great kick. Yes. Great ledge trap so far. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Drop down again, like a couple of times. Try to more consistent.
Okay, so I can tell you exactly what you need to do. So right here, you set up Phantom, and he drops from ledge to avoid Phantom swinging. You need to get right here. No, down smash.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
It's the same speed, and it'll send out farther, and down smash sends at an angle where he's gonna get hit, and he's gonna go like this. And it's gonna make it really hard for him to recover. So that is something that I would recommend. The other thing is that if you stand in the correct position with down smash is still going to cover roll with proper timing. So like if you throw it out and he rolls, the second hits of down smash hit on frames 13 and 14. So it just it takes proper timing, but it can cover both. You can also consider standing here and turning around, right, and then down smashing and getting the timing to where like you get the back hit, because the back hit, I think I've gone over this like in general before, not with you specifically, but when we land the back hit of down smash, since the move is ending, kind of like similar to like back hit up tilt, we can chase with Din's Fire out of it really nicely, because we're getting to start it a little bit sooner than we do if we hit with front hit. And it's like, because of the angle that down smash sends at, it's kind of like a death trap. Like they get sent somewhere, and Din's Fire's coming at them so quickly that you're covering this area, and they can't like jump over it. They can't clank with it. They can't air dodge with it. Din's Fire is most effective, ironically, when they're low, because they have to go up into it. If we're trying to chase them up here, they can just, you know, air dodge or whatever, or try to clank, which never works. But the thing is that they can fall, they can go here. So if you're wanting for a more consistent way to punish it, I do think you have the right state of mind. Down tilt will at least hit them and reset the situation. But like, I know that you are capable of getting, you know, getting a little bit more of like a stronger read here. Just make sure that when you're doing the down smash that you are flicking your hand, your thumb on the A button, like, and immediately off, kind of like a short hop. Because remember, down smash, the charge for that, when you want to smash attack, starts on frame 2. So that way we don't accidentally hold for 1 frame longer. With down tilt, we don't ever have to worry about that. So that's why down tilt is like the more concise decision. And this is a good point to bring up. If you try to punish this and you realize that you missed the down smash for some reason, next time you're in this situation, go back down and go to down tilt, so that way you don't have to worry, you know, if you're screwing up like the stronger option. So right here, 1 initial dash forward, and then once you've initial dashed once, you can sort of just walk up a little slowly, and then once you're about right here, so what you should do is we can either practice this, or like I can even pull this up a little bit later and I can try to give you a visual reference of like where you need to stand for down smash to hit. I don't think we did it on this stage though.
Oh,
okay. And that's sort of what you do here. But you initial dash forward again. Now, okay, Ben does like initial dash forward, initial. Okay, what exactly was did Ben tell you to do in this situation?
like whenever
the opposite way. Yeah. And I can see that it at least gets the hit. So that way, you know, you can cover it because of the way that Zelda leans, and it's easier to cover roll like that than sort of have to like try to do it here and guess where they're going to end up. So I totally see that, and it at least sends them off stage. So I totally get that. The other thing is that down smash is and down tilt is going to be a little difficult to do if you miss. But the good thing is that if you down smash and you miss, since down smash is only 37 frames, you know, it's a little committal, but not too committal. So you should be able to like react if for some reason you miss. Like as soon as you down smash, if it doesn't hit and they buffer roll, you should be able to like dash grab, dash attack, something like that. So that's sort of, I think that in my opinion, the down smash is going to give you the stronger coverage, or the down tilt either, because it's like you can throw, especially down tilt, you throw out down tilt, if you miss, then you can easily like throw out down tilt, they roll, you can like dash out of that, grab them, dash out of that, dash attack, whatever. So we're accomplishing the same thing as the F smash is, but we're at least setting up a situation where we could possibly hit them and send them off stage, if that makes sense. And if that doesn't happen, then we can fall back on like doing a dash back up tilt to read the roll, doing a dash back grab, dash back F smash, and or sorry, dash back dash attack. And so we're still accomplishing the same thing the F smash is accomplishing. So either one, you know, whatever one you want to do, whatever works best for you. Okay, so I love how you ran all the way to the corner here, but then you were like, oh shit, they're gonna get past me. Let me just turn right around. And you at least tried to cover that, and you were defaulting back to center. So because you were defaulting back to center, you didn't get hit by that nair. So that was very good. Even though you got hit, I still appreciate and I like the fact that you were doing the dashes, because you were still technically keeping yourself available and you weren't freezing. Great teleport. First of all, like, wow. Yeah, well, he's F tilting at you. So sometimes even if they DI it wrong, it's because he's already holding forward an A because he's trying to hit you. So he deserves to die. Like, sorry. Okay.
Right around.
That's okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because like right here, you're in the lead. So by all means, take your time. You know, like you get knocked off here and you immediately go to the ledge, but you're in the lead. So like you want to hold on to that lead as long as possible. So like if you can start like using Nehrus just to like slow yourself down, double jump up air, fall, up B, just take your time. You want to keep that lead as long as possible. You're going to get more invincibility. So that means that when you grab the ledge, you can even waste more time because you can stay on the ledge for longer because you spent time off stage. So then now when you grab the ledge, you have more time.
I will say, he doesn't.
Yeah. Hi, Go Jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get up, we do a roll into a grab. It's just the grab isn't really going to work from the corner here. You're in the lead, so it's like it's understandable sometimes if you want to try to go for grab. But like you got to think that like your opponent, especially a really, really good opponent, when you're in this position, they are primed to watch what you do. We're not neutral, so they don't really need to guess, right? They don't need to like try to play with safe pokes and like really try to be as safe. You're at the disadvantage here. Now they missed this, so you doing a neutral getup is okay. But do you see how when you waited here, if you did neutral getup and they did this roll, this would have given you an opportunity to, like, if in my opinion, if I got up here and they roll, I would probably just like jump straight up and then go right back into place, or I would probably like charge the Phantom or something and just like do an early release, or fully charge it just to see what they do. Because sometimes if they like do a roll like this and you've already got Phantom started, they might bail because they don't want to get hit. They're more concerned about getting hit than like watching you and trying to punish you for it. So you both sort of roll here. You're both like together. He's got his arm around you right now, looking a little cozy, staying in, watching Netflix. But yeah, so you go for this grab, then you miss the grab, so then you go for the bear. So you're starting to throw out some options here. All right, the teleport, I hope I only see that one time, because like it worked in this instance. Oh, honey, down smash him. If you finish Phantom and someone lands right in front of you like that, and it's not right at the start, down smash, Phantom hit. Because then you can pressure with Jin's Fire and make them go low and then get another Phantom set up. So when you do the F smash here, the Phantom isn't being utilized. So it's not terrible. It's just that there are, and you at least still punish them for it. So I'm happy with that. That's good. No, and that's okay. That's okay. We just like see an opportunity and we're just like, ah, you know, and we're just trying to, right. We're just like trying to get the hit out. And so, this is actually, ironically, this is something that's sort of related to the video that I'm going to make. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, okay. So we set up Phantom here. Okay. So right here, like, I get the feeling, because it's like, okay, our Phantom's on cooldown, we can't really set it up. But this is the start where when you start getting confidence from knowledge, right? And knowledge of knowing what to do in this situation, you're going to find yourself staying in this position more, because right now you're in the lead. I know you're at 105%, so I can't tell you, you know, that going back to center was bad, because I don't think it was. I think it's fantastic that you did that, especially because you're high percent. But there's going to be a moment where you're going to get so comfortable standing right here that even if you dash back, like you just dash back forward and just sort of wait for them and watch what they do, because even though we don't have Phantom, they still have to get off the ledge. And if you're right here and you follow those rules of like, okay, like I'm just going to like, you know, throw out a down tilt right here to cover your roll, or I'm going to like run up, down tilt, dash back, up tilt, dash back or something, you can still cover them even if you don't have the Phantom for you. So like we will get to that, but I do want to point out that you at least have gotten so much better at getting back to center and defaulting back to center. It's only been a minute and I have seen you do this on multiple occasions. This is really smart. Right here, Phantom, this is frame 55. The Phantom is going to be done. So it's okay. Well, hold on. The thing is that I can't say for sure if Phantom would have been 100% finished. I think that you might have been able to shield here. I don't know. So I understand throwing it. Throwing it here, it makes perfect sense. You know, sometimes we set up the Phantom and we're like, okay, we're setting it up, and then we're just like, ah, you know, like, because we don't want to get hit. And so what you can try to do in that instance is like, if you, like when you're charging it and you see them and they're like right here, you should be able to probably react to this part. You have to make a choice of whether or not you're going to throw it now, just so that way you get out of the animation, or you're going to shield. And the thing is that I would try to just finish the Phantom. I think that if you work on doing that, which try to shift more towards situations where, like, if your opponent's coming into you, you opt to finish the Phantom rather than throwing it, I think you'll come out on top most of the time. Now, Mysterica, I know for a fact, is a player that when she plays Zelda, if somebody comes into her, she will always try to throw it to at least trade. And I think that's fine unless they're coming directly from above you, because the only one that you have to cover directly above you and out is the level 4. And level 4 is like right now. And now level 4 is over, because as soon as the head appears, it's level 5. So now you only have level 5. So yeah, right here, you technically, I think you could have shielded, but again, this is something I would have done. You don't know for sure. You got to make a choice. That's the choice you went with. Okay, so we got hit by the snare. So right here we tech, and this is like a tech punish. So that's hard. It's hard to do. So tech roll in, I would have beaten this, but again, it's a guess because they could have just dashed here and then just like dashed this way with dash attack or something, because the tech roll takes longer than the tech. So they literally covered your tech. It's unfortunate, but that's sort of, you know, what they get when you're at high percent and, you know, they put you in a tech situation. Okay, so let's see. So we just died. So we're still in the lead. So we do not need to approach. So this right here, don't go for that. When you had the Phantom set up, like, I know you kind of want to push your advantage here, but like, we got to take this slow and you got to wear him down. And I would just dash back here and pick up that bomb and just hold on to it, because now he's going to get antsy because he doesn't have one of his projectiles. So once you hold on to that bomb, you know, you can eventually throw it off stage. Something that I think is kind of effective, especially against Rob. So any Zelda that fights Rob or fights projectile characters like this, grab their projectile, unless it's like Peach, because Peach can just keep pulling turnips, right? But like if you're fighting Link or Rob, grab their projectile and either, if you can, if you're in position to, short hop off stage and throw it, like short hop or full hop, whatever, double jump, and just throw it straight up. Now,
Yeah. Straight up.
yeah, because they can blow up.
I don't like.
Yeah.
Honestly, throw me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, see, that's sort of the fun. I will say this is that, you know, and I totally respect how you feel, but a part of fighting against characters that if you have their projectile, they can't use it. You have to get comfortable holding on to it. And so this is kind of fun for you because when you have it, it limits his options, but we still have Phantom. So you still have Reflect and you still have Phantom. So you actually have a lot of control here. So you don't have to hold on to it forever, but I would hold on to it for a little bit because you're literally, it's like capture the flag. It's like, oh, I've got your flag, I've got your ball, like come and get it. And so he has to figure out a way to get in without his bomb. And it may not seem like it, but it's actually going to be a lot harder for him because his bomb is a very, very good pressure tool. It's also a good combo tool for him. It's a ledge trapping tool. So if it's a recovery tool. So he needs this bomb. And if you have it, it's going to make him come to you. And that's what you want. You want him to approach you. When he has access to the bomb, you have to approach him because he can outrange you. So he can outrange you. And I know that like tactically Phantom and Nehru's help, and that's true. But the thing is that he can still pepper you. And if you want to get a hit, you technically have to get a little closer to him because the bomb is a lot more like he can throw it so it's faster, it can explode while you're turning Phantom, whatever. So that's, at least in my experience, that's usually what happens. That being said, you don't have to hold on to it. If you jump and throw it, the thing is that Link can just detonate it, right? So that at least makes sure that you're out of the way for detonation. And it at least removes the scenario of it blowing up in your hands, and it removes the scenario of like just anything possibly going wrong with it. Because there's been times where like I've thrown it and they've watched for me throwing it and they've literally have hit the detonation right when I threw it at them, and it blew up and it still hit me, which blew my mind. So holding on to it, throwing it up is going to be pretty helpful. I'll say this real quick, especially against Rob. I know this is Link, but against Rob, if you throw the gyro up, the gyro actually ascends upwards and descends very, very slowly. It is kind of unbelievable. It's something that Mysterica told me. She's like, if you're fighting Rob and you get a hold of the gyro, you know, just throw it up, because even if you're like trying to combo him with it, If you throw it and he catches it, that's not something you want. So you can eliminate that scenario by jumping if you have Rob's gyro and just throwing it straight up, because now he has to play without it, and he has no one of his special moves. He doesn't have that anymore, and you have all of yours. So it's just he's creating an advantage for yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Also, Kojum, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I just didn't want to lose my train of thought. And you are totally fine. There's no reason to apologize. I really appreciate the support. It is September right now. So, I know all subs are like 20% off, and I really want to try to stream as much as I can to get these lessons out. And, hopefully that, as many people that are here can benefit from it. So thank you so much for the support. Okay, yeah, so there's once we get down here, if you get hit, I'd rather you shield and just, at worst, they turn around and grab you out of the shield, because the shield at least prevents you from like doing this type of stuff. Even right here, like when you land and you miss right here, you throw out Nehru's, and there's just no reason. Like, it's understandable why. Like, I totally get like, oh shit, I missed an attack, he's gonna hit me, right? He might dash attack me here or something, but like, he technically was still in lag. So by keeping ourselves available here and just removing the idea as soon as we come down, we set this up, just grab that and throw it off stage if you don't want to deal with it. But like, this is an opportunity for you to grab that, throw it off stage, and then just like, don't worry about trying to hit him, because he's at 29%. He has to come to you. So I think I've talked to you about this before, but like when you look at a matchup, sometimes we have to think like, okay, who approaches who? And that determines a lot of how the matchup is played. So like right at the start, if you're fighting against Zero Suit Samus, Zelda has to approach Zero Suit Samus. But the thing is, if Zelda happens to get the percent lead, then that rule changes. Zero Suit Samus has to approach Zelda at this point now, because she has to get the hit to get the percent lead. Or, you know what I mean? Like, she has to start coming to Zelda. So that's how that thing sort of changes. We don't play melee. We don't live in an era anymore where like Fox is behind, but he can just laser camp you. And that's how he, like, that doesn't exist anymore for a reason. So right here, like, even when you get hit, we still have to try to like abandon the desire to hit them back, because this is all that this is. It's like, oh shit, I got hit, I gotta like try to hit, and we're in neutral. So up tilt, down tilt, short hop, nair. So fair, we shouldn't be seeing fair come out. I understand it's a panic option, and we're working on it. Same thing for Nehru's. So we did fair, Nehru's, bear. So yeah, it's like panic. Ooh, nice pull down. Very nice pull down. Right here. Like, you traded, but then you did this anyway, and you pulled them down, and you were able to, like, again, it's not true, but do you see how right here you pulled them down, and you both sort of like reset, but you have like you're -2 technically, and so I think you're -2 on hit. So you were able to get jab out, because that made your jab like frame 6. So like, before they were able to react to what happened and buffered their jab, you came out on top. So like, it's definitely like a mix up. So like, you can still go for stuff like this sometimes, and anyone that's watching, like, Stubbs doing it here is proof that this does work. Like, that was very good. So what I personally have started to think, because I've realized this recently, when we get the rapid jab, just end it. Just like, I know that like we want to try to get as much damage as possible, but I'm starting to think that like it's better for us to just end it, because the more time they have, the more time they can SDI. And you can see right here, he was able to SDI and hit you, and like, he was able to end it himself. So it's better we end it on our own terms. So when you rapid jab, just mash the A button, so that way you get it out as quickly as possible. Literally break up with him before he breaks up with you. 100%. Absolutely love that phrase. Sounds like a very, very cute little Disney Channel original movie.
Oh God. Or it,
Okay, that, yeah, I can see that. Okay, so this is scary. Do you see how he right here, he does this?
yeah.
That's a little that's kind of a little advanced because he's like jumping out of that scenario because he felt like you were going to teleport into them. So right here, there's an arrow in front of you. You could pick that up and, you know, like hold. Here's something that's actually really good, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. So because I think this is really smart. So when Link throws these arrows, pick them up. Do you know why? You can, exactly, but here's the thing. If you're shielding, you have a new out of shield option that hits directly in front of you with no risk. That's frame 7. Exactly. So when you pick up a character's projectile, your out of shield game becomes just as deadly as theirs. But Links never think about that. Have you ever seen a Link pick up their arrow and shield and throw it out of shield at you? No. They pick it up and they want to shoot an arrow out of it or whatever. And
They want a arrow.
right. They want a double arrow if they have the opportunity. Sometimes they don't even care about that. Right here, I'm pissed for you because you timed your up B like so, almost so perfectly that you should have smacked that boomerang and it would have canceled it out. But right here, you get hit. Sorry. Ugh, sorry. You get hit with the boomerang here, and so you're like, okay, shit. And then you're gonna get hit with the boomerang again, and so you want to avoid that. So this is where you start to get impatient. And what's happening is it's starting to rack up damage because they're able to contest you right here. So in this scenario, your best friends are Shield, Nehru's, and also keep in mind, right here, you hold Shield. So first of all, I think you tried to parry it or something, or you didn't. I don't know exactly. Just hold shield. But the other thing is like when the other projectile's coming at you, if you held shield and blocked the blocked the boomerang, then you can short hop out of shield Nehru's, which is frame 7 reflect. So it's not that much. It's not that much slower. And then you could reflect the arrow back if you want. So like we're just, you know, Nehru, spot dodge, up B. So like these are all those panic options. If you panic, just shield. It's better for you to panic and just hold shield because they can't hit you from a distance. They have to come in and grab you. Good kick. Okay, almost. You technically still came out on top in that scenario. So right here, when you like do this up tilt, I know you tried to turn it around. And technically you would have been able to smack them. So like, I understand that's why this happens. But sometimes when they break our Phantom right here, you got to act first. So you could have held shield here and fared him. But I just don't think you expected that to happen. But we have to expect the unexpected. So while you're charging, you have all this time to recognize that your Phantom was broken. So. And this is a little bit more advanced, but I do want to say one other thing. If you're charging Phantom and you see that they break it, immediately throw it. Immediately throw it because you will actually get out of the animation faster than you will if you finish the Phantom. Barely, but you still can get out of it faster. If you at least do the animation, the release animation before level 4 Phantom, you will get out of it at least close to the same time or sooner. So finishing it is still fine though. Okay, I know that you're throwing out a lot of these teleports, but I know this one right here was calling them out because they've been going backwards, and that's what you called out here. So I feel like that teleport was more you like reading that situation than actually panicking. Yes, perfect. I've been trying to talk about some of my other students with this. Like they'll have Phantom set up And they're so focused on trying to hit them with it that they don't recognize, oh, okay, I can throw it. That's something that you do very, very well. And I'm going to have to show some of your gameplay to some of my other students, because this is something that you do well, is that whenever you have Phantom set up, you don't miss out on opportunities to throw it. You recognize those situations, and you usually don't ever, at least you've gotten a lot better at making sure that if you're charging Phantom, you're not like preemptively throwing it to try to hit them. You are throwing it with a lot more purpose now. Okay, yeah, so we get hit off stage here. Stall. Stall, 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 stall. Stallfos. Like, or you stall or you will be a Stallfos. Like, so, Nehru's... Right, you're in the lead, honey. Have a party off stage. Go do a little shopping. Like, you take your time. Like, you don't have to, the mall isn't closing yet. You're like trying to get to the exit. Okay, so I understand that, but I will say this. If you keep yourself available, you can reflect once it gets to you. See, and like there's perfect case scenario. You're doing it now. You get hit and you're like, okay, let's retry this situation. So you Nehru's here, if he explodes, this is why this is good. I want you to see this. If he explodes this, it's not going to hit you. And if it just goes right past you, it's not going to hit you. So like, this is a scenario where when he throws it, he has to get up here and like double jump to like throw it at you up here in the corner. So if you're above and he jumps and throws it, if you're stalling with Nehru's from above, like you're slowing down that process. So you're making it harder for him to know exactly like when to throw it. So right here is a good example of that. See, because that's what he literally tried to do that. He literally tried to double jump, throw it at you, but you can see the arc that it travels in. Almost, you were so close. Good, you stayed in shield there. But do you see how right here, other than that arrow, like when you did all these Nehru's coming back to the stage, you're taking your time. When you grab the ledge, look how much invincibility you had. Like you're at high percent. Normally when you grab a ledge at this percent, you have nothing. But it's because you stall, stall, stall. You can, and keep in mind, you can pepper in double jump and stuff here. Because you did air dodge, that's the other thing, which was good. You did air dodge all the way from the corner where he couldn't punish you for it. So that way when you grab a ledge, you're going to have extra invincibility because you used air dodge. So all you need to do is use double jump. If you can use double jump here, like double jump up air, then follow up B, you're going to have the most invincibility you could have. So try to use both in these situations where you're playing against a character who is more focused on like throwing shit at you than actually trying to come off stage and hit you. If they're trying to come off stage and hit you, I totally understand like, I got to get to the ledge. I got to out B. But like if they're just sitting and setting up camp, you know, and just throwing pebbles at you, take your time. I mean, take your time in general, but you can take longer against projectile characters usually. Right here, you stayed in shield, you assessed the situation, you jumped here, landed with that, and you die. So yeah, I know that you want to be aggressive here, but right here when you shield, your goal is not to hit him. Your goal is to get Phantom set up and let Phantom do the work. So you're at high percent, so you don't want to take a risk. So right now, even though your goal is to set up Phantom, we're not in a good position to set up the Phantom. So because of this, we have to play a lot more reactive in shield, out of shield, and with Nehru's. So right here, when you did this jump, just empty land. You could, what's really cute, and I know that you know what I'm talking about this because I've seen you do it before. What do you think is going to happen if you full hop here and you land into him and you don't do anything and you shield? You land right into him and shield. He's going to do what? He's going to up B out of shield because, yes, and then you can get your punish. Then you can get your throw, your forward throw, and then you can set up your phantom. So this is a little bit more, you know, advanced, but I know you're capable of it 100%. Now, granted, you were like 1 frame away from getting this. So like, I totally, because like, I'm not even kidding, watching you do this, I feel like this is something I would have gone for, because I like feel it, right? You feel like you know he's gonna fucking throw his stupid shit and you're gonna punish him for it. So I totally see why you went for that, but it's just, it has to go back to that rule of risk versus reward. The reason we have to have those rules for ourselves is because we trick ourselves. It looks like he's punishable, so we think we have the punish, but we're at 134%. So it's like, for a minute, when we see opportunities to punish, it's like, oh shit, here's my moment. We sort of forget everything else. We forget our percents. We forget like what they did the last time. We forget like the last game that we played. We forget a lot of these different things. And so right here, I'm telling you, you land into him and shield. And the worst that happens is that he doesn't up B and he just grabs you because you are shielding. And he can't.
I need to be this stage.
Right. So I mean, like, you're sitting pretty. So if you just land, I want you to start trying to look for those. It is your mix up to your aerials. So this is where we start to get into like the higher level thinking. And so when you're in a position where you can like jump and hit your opponent, you scare them by just going into them. So right here, you just fast fall and land right in next to him and shield. That is your mix up to just attacking. It's not your mix up to nair. It's not your mix up to up tilt. And I think that's when we first start the game, we start to think about those things first. It's like, okay, well, I up tilted here. Maybe I could dash attack here instead. But then once you get into higher level, it's more about, okay, doesn't matter what attack I used, I attacked. So the next time I get close to them, I'm just going to shield because this bitch likes to fucking up B out of shield. I tell you what, this is a glorious thing to do against a Simon. You break their distance, they're going to fucking up B out of shield, and then they're going to go straight up, and they're going to have to fall. And if you don't move, and you just let them decide where to air dodge, or sorry, where to drift to, then you get a free punish on them. Same thing happens for Link, but Link's even better, because Link is going to do it out of shield. He's not going to go up with it. He knows not to do that. It's also slower. So he's going to do it from here, and so that's why we die. So the last time we died, we got off the Angel Plat, we charged Phantom, and we went in. So right now we're in neutral. So we still should not be approaching. So I'm going to see what happens when you get the Phantom. Okay, fantastic. You threw the Phantom. You clocked him in the face. Ooh, honey, you had it. You had it. Right here, I think Ven probably goes into this more than I do when I go over VODs. Be confident. When you hit them here and you force them into a tech situation, run, jump, and fair him. Full hop and fair his ass. You don't have to guess because you see he gets hit and then he does a roll into the corner. So you can full hop and you can fair him because he's punishable during that roll. Now, you did up air and you retreated back to center. You could dash back here. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so, but do you see, like, because of the rules that you followed here, like, you mixed up, you've been dropping from Angel Plat, fully charging Phantom. Here, you get to here, and then you're like, hi, and then you smack him, and then you try to, you could fair here. That's the more aggressive option, but you're at least playing more safe. You're defaulting back to center. Fantastic job doing that because you've mitigated so much potential damage that you would have gotten. And you at least, even though you didn't get back to center technically before they did, like you did, and then they rolled behind you, whatever, like you're still like pretty on top in this scenario, right? Like you're not like, oh shit, now I got to work my way out of the corner. You at least went with them to center, which is going to be the next best thing if you can't get to center before they do. You're at least not cornering yourself, which is a huge improvement. Fantastic, yes. Now the roles are reversed. Now I'm fucking Link, bitch. You gonna land on my shield? Now, do you know why this up B worked? Because Link's Nair is like -3, but it's -3 when perfectly timed. So since you're offline, he hits your shield up here. Boom. Fantastic up B. And he wasn't expecting it. Because he has to input Nair. So when he inputs Nair, he has to let go of the direction. Right? Because he doesn't want to bear on accident. He doesn't want to fair, so he does Nair. So when he does Nair, he hit directly down to fast fall on you. So he isn't air dodging, or sorry, he isn't DIing this. He's going to go straight up.
Yeah.
So this was a fantastic punish on your part. Now, do you see how, like, in this instance, you were still able to hit him and still, like, you're on top here? Like, I love up B to center, but, like, you were able to get the damage. And if you hit them, you technically are still going to be, if so, just as on top in either scenario. So, like, yes, it's better to use first hit up B and teleport away. But if you can hit them, the good thing is that you're still going to be just as, basically what I'll say is just as negative. Because technically you are down because they can act before you can, but they're nowhere near you. So right here, we shield the boomerang. So we can see here that his arrow, this is good for you to know. His arrow, not even fully charged. The further it's charged, the straighter it goes. So he doesn't even fully charge it, and it completely misses. So now you know, if you're sitting here, if he throws arrow, he has to throw early release arrow. He has to just tap it. And he's not going to have that much range to hit you. So you know now that if he's charging and you're in shield and you see him like go for like a longer charge, you can confidently drop that shield and dash in because he cannot hit you with that arrow. Good grab. Okay, so here we go. We're in advantage. Okay, so this is my point. Like earlier, you got the down throw kick, so I totally understand. But mix it up, just like you did when you dropped down from that platform and you used that phantom. Mix it up. So right here, I think you tried to grab and you got hit, but you still somehow got the grab anyway. So forward throw him. You are in position. You are barely in position to telecancel forward. You don't have to, but you are. So, I mean, we want to look for those as, technical players.
Yeah,
So, okay, and that's okay. Like, if you want to be more comfortable with it, that's fine. But what I will say is that since you're in the center here, you're technically close to that position. So you don't have to, like, go for it right afterwards. But forward throw to teleport cancel dare or teleport cancel fast fall double jump back nair is pretty potent. It's more of a 50-50 than like a guaranteed thing. But that being said, right here, when you're pummeling them, and you should forward throw here just so that way you can create the same situation because Phantom's gone. So if you forward throw, you can create the ledge trap situation, play your game. Right here, you're getting a little damage, but then you miss that kick. So now you're hit away. So it's like, that's just that scenario. When we grab people, we have to really let go of that urge to down throw them. We want to get that down throw when we're in the corner and we have a better idea of how they're going to DI. Nice double reflect. Period. Do you see how they air dodged here? Because they're scared of that second hit. The second hit is guaranteed, and they're still buffering a dodge. To me, that blows my mind. It blows my mind. It's like, girl, what are you dodging? Like, it's either it's gonna hit you or it's not. So like, there's no reason for them to directional air dodge. So you see how you're able to act now and he's still in a dodge? So all you had to do was dash attack here, but you're trying to kick. You're trying to go for like the greedier punish. We want to go for the more non-committal punish, the more guaranteed punish. So you got to keep yourself available. Look for that, because you ended up missing a punish right here. You missed the punish. and then he punishes you for missing your punish. So it's little tiny things like that, but you are cleaning it up. You are cleaning it up, that's for sure, because I feel like, you know, this matchup could also go horribly, horribly wrong for Zelda if you aren't at least playing to your fundamental strengths, and you have been for the most part. Good jump. Also, something I want to mention, because you just reminded me of this, something that Mysterica does a lot and Ven does a lot, because they don't really displace, is that they full hop charge Phantom in place. They'll do that a lot to avoid projectiles that are like pretty like straight. Like, let's say you're fighting against, like, I don't know, Ryu, and you want to reflect his Hadouken, but like you can also just react by jumping, and then as soon as you are ascending and you know that you'll dodge it, then you start Phantom, so that way on the way down your Phantom's almost finished. So keep that in mind too. A little hard against Link, but right here, like if he's throwing it straight, you can jump and then start the Phantom. You didn't do anything wrong here. You did, if anything, what you're supposed to do. You set up Phantom, you were able to jump out of the way. Jumping out of the way is going to be better than shielding it, because you're still moving and you don't suffer shield lag. So now that's why he's staying in shield. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes. Right, and sometimes it's going to take that. That's the beauty of it all, is that we can sit here and go over everything super in depth, and you'll know these things, but they don't sink in until you actually put yourself in those own experiences. It's no different than like when you have a friend and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get married to this guy, and I'm like, oh, cool, great, like how do... and they're like, oh yeah, we've been talking to each other for 3 weeks, and we live, you know, 4 states apart, and you're like, oh, and you want to be like, don't fucking do that, but you can't. You have to be like, I'll be at the wedding, and then they get a divorce 2 years later, or they get a divorce 2 weeks later, and you're both having ice cream, and you're like, what did we learn? You know, so like you have to sort of allow them to experience that, because I know you know what I'm talking about. You try to tell your friends, like, try to give them advice, and you can give... An old spinster lady can come up to anybody in life that's young and be like, I have all the secrets to life in my magical basket. Here, take it. And they'll be like, no, that doesn't apply to me. I'm different. I'm the exception to the rule. Like, that's just how life is. So...
like, where I will have like if you're gonna go once.
And that's literally what you did here. And I do want to point that out, is that you had a reason, even though if like, I don't think you should have, you had a reason to go for down throw a second time, because the last time you did down throw, you got the kick. So it makes sense that you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm in the lead. I'm going to down throw and see if I get the kick. Now you died for it. So the next time you got a grab, you're like, okay, well, I'm not get... Exactly. Yeah. So right here, it's like you could have gone for down throw again, but you went through that. You know what that's called? That's called refresh rate. That is called refresh rate. When you recognize the situations, because, and it's hard because there's so many situations that occur. What is?
Refresh.
Oh. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. One, that's the from Pink Fresh, correct? Yes. Pink Fresh is amazing. Glad you're watching their videos, but that's where I learned the concept of refresh rate myself, because Mysterica was the one who told me about it. And this is something that you're clearly improving on here, because you're recognizing there can be so many different situations for what a refresh rate is, and refresh rate is always basically referring to like the last 6 seconds of the match, like constantly, like every current last 6 seconds. Because as time goes on, obviously a second falls off every second that goes past. So because of that, your refresh rate here is very good. Now, well, no. So here's the thing. Phantom is down, you can't start it. Number one. Number two, you have the right idea here. So, like, because Zelda's mix is going to be, I'm going to forward throw, or I'm going to send you off stage, whatever. And I'm either going to set up Phantom, or I'm going to use Din's Fire. Din's Fire always has to be, like, let it go right now. Just try to, what I would like for you to start doing is try to focus on covering the ledge with it instead of trying to hit them. Even if you're not trying to hit them and you're trying to bait the air dodge, just getting it here is enough to where, like, they have to air dodge if it's going to come further. They have to they're going to have to air dodge. Do you see how he's already starting it right now? Like, so just cover the ledge with it. So that way you come out of the animation sooner. So now if you released it, now you're starting to charge Phantom already. And now he's on the ledge, but now he's past it. Now see how long it took him just to get past, and you like you were still able to think about this. You were still able to release Din's Fire, finish the Phantom, and put up your shield. So think about what kind of punish you could have had if you had released Din's Fire right here at the ledge. You would have set up Phantom, you could have dashed back F tilt, dash back dash attack, dash back F smash. Dash back pivot grab forward throw into Phantom, which we all that shit makes me fucking, it's inappropriate. I can't say how I feel when you land when you charge Phantom and you land a dash back pivot grab forward throw into the Phantom. Oh, the dopamine release is insane. It's like heroin. That I've read. I didn't expect that. Hit my shield from above. What did we learn earlier in the matchup? If he hits me from directly above, up B. Now this time, he DI'd a little bit. Do you know why? He's coming from the goal post is what I want to try to refer to this more. So we've got center stage and the goal posts on the outside. He's trying to come from the goal post to center because he doesn't want to be in the goal post area unless he's hitting you off of it. So now he's basically the ball, right? He doesn't want you to get a touchdown. So he's in the goal post area where you can get a point for killing him. So he needs to get out. So since he's getting out, he's returning to center, and he likes to return to center with this, but he's still trying to drift in. So right here, teleport. I would teleport maybe here. Maybe right here. You can teleport all the way here. If you want more space, the thing is that the further you, because Zelda's going to here's the thing. Zelda is going to reappear at the same time when she reappears. It's no matter if you teleport in place, you cut it off, whatever. So when I say to go here, that's me being a little like risky. The further you teleport away, the safer you will be. Always keep that in mind. The further you teleport away, the safer you will be. Teleporting down in place is a little bit riskier. They're at higher percent though, so you can get away with it. Good reflect. Good. I love how it looks like Zelda's like wearing the Phantom right now. You punched the other projectile. That was really good. So this is where like Ben and Mysterica are like, you don't need Displace Phantom. You don't. But, you know, you just have to play a lot more like reserved. So right here, Din's Fire in neutral. I think you should have got hit for that. Try not to rely on Din's Fire in this matchup. Try unless they're off stage and you cover the ledge with it to bait the air dodge or punish an early air dodge to the ledge. That's sort of the beauty of it. Hopefully, I'm sure you understand this when I explain it, but going back to the Din's Fire example, if you cover the ledge, that's like the only goal you should have, is because like they're going to air dodge anyway. If they don't air dodge, whatever, you at least threatened a reason to air dodge. And if they early air dodged, you're covering the ledge. So do you see like why that's better than like if you were to use Din's Fire and like chase them off stage with it? Because like if they air dodge, you still have to let go of it now, and they're already on the ledge. So now you can't set up a Phantom. So that's one thing that we should take away from today, is that when we're setting up Din's Fire, just cover the ledge with it, even if it's just right in front of you. Just cover the ledge, and I guarantee you're going to find situations where you're able to set up Phantom so much faster, and you're really going to like what you see. Right here, shield or Nehru's again. Don't go for Din's Fire. Like, I can't tell you that, you know, like it did, it's not that it, you know, it pressured him. He's probably sweating his balls off right now. He's fucking hot, but like it didn't hit. Okay, girl,
Yeah.
girl, you know who this is? This is Shakira trying to break out of jail. I'm serious. Jokes aside, you have an amazing lead here. You are playing so well. You are safe. Jump back and set up that Phantom. Keep blocking his projectiles. Wear his ass down. This is homophobia. That is homophobia right there, because you gave them a free punish. You gave them a free punish. Now, they should have thrown you off stage. Do you see like this, how the people, everybody does this. It's not even just Zelda's. Like right here, he should just throw you off stage. Granted, you're not going to go that far, but he's a high percent. Right here. Like, yeah. So anyway, everybody does it. Right here. Okay, so number 1 rule in this matchup is keep yourself available. Number 2 rule is you look for Nehru's punishes more than anything else. Because right here, when you jump, you know now when this goes behind you that you can land in Nehru's and it will reflect on its way back. I know you know that, but we have to look for that. So, like, you start charging Phantom, and granted, you didn't get the turnaround, which is, you know, it's understandable. Sometimes that happens. But you get hit for it. So, and then you panic Nehru's. So it's like, if you had just gone for Nehru's and thought, okay, right here, like, all right, anything Link can throw at me, I can just reflect back. So it's like, it's kind of like when you play against Rob. Again, I love bringing up Rob when I'm talking about Link, because it's similar. Link is like baby Rob, like not inconsistent Rob, because when you are watching Link, when you reflect his projectiles back at him and you hit him, then you can threaten Phantom, right? You can threaten Phantom then. It's no different with Rob, because Rob, in the Rob matchup, you have to wait until Rob throws the laser. Once Rob throws the laser first, then you can set up Phantom. It cannot be any other way, or you will get mauled. That is how the matchup has to play out. It's how it has to work. In this scenario, against Link, it's a little different, but the same rules still apply. If he throws something at you, you either shield it or you look for an opportunity to reflect it back. Once you get displacements down comfortably in bracket matches, which you will, right here, you'll be able to, like right here, when you get out of the situation, you'll be able to buffer. Right here, you can buffer displacement, and then that boomerang is no longer a threat. And then once you get displacement set up, you're able to approach because your Phantom is set up. So that's sort of why I think that I have to say you are playing so well. Even with these little tiny mistakes, you are playing incredibly well, given the fact that you don't have like proper access to one of your best tools that will define this matchup. Because this matchup is even. When Zelda gets displaced Phantom, this matchup is Zelda favored. 100%. It's Zelda favored. The only time it's not favored is if Link's on a platform, because that beats displacement. Okay, whoa. You're like, it's like a dog like that just got wet and it's just like shaking shit off of itself. Okay. So I think this is something that we need to start looking for. This is helpful a lot versus Sonic. So you see how like right here, he's over here and you're here. And then like, you're doing fine. You dash back, you go for this, whatever. See how he's going past you? Go over here. Do the same thing you were doing right here. You're already over here. You still want to play this game. You're not losing right now. We're playing safely. We're playing in neutral. Jump back, charge Phantom facing this way, or just get over here. But you go back in. You get grabbed. So you're in the lead. So like, don't approach. Right now, you're not approaching. You're approaching. You broke the fundamental rule. You get grabbed. you're playing so well, but then sometimes you just make these little mistakes and they catch up. So I hope that you see that you're doing stuff so much, like you are doing things correctly way more than you're doing things incorrectly. Way more. The majority of the time you are playing things the way you should be. You might make a mistake here and there, but you're human. That's what humans do. You aired, okay. All right, so, and then we're panicking. So right here, double jump, fast fall air dodge. We don't do it enough yet, but I'm just pointing it out because we know this is a situation where we could have applied it. We did neutral air dodge here, and I could be wrong, but I think you were trying to do that. I just don't think you double jumped. Could be wrong, but you air dodge here and you increase their punish. So like, even if you were to double jump here, Link can't reach you. You have to land, which sucks. But like, you could double jump and just sort of like go over to this platform, and then if you have to, get on the ledge and try to get back to center that way, reset neutral that way. Don't air dodge into him, because that's just gonna get, he just got like, let's see, let's look at the damage here. So you're at 56, you're at 82, 83. So I mean, like, he just got like almost 20%, almost, or no, wait, almost 30%, Jesus. Okay, good Phantom kick. Shielding, jumped Phantom. I like that movement a lot. Jumping straight up, charging the Phantom. I like that. Ooh, you didn't get lucky. Don't diminish what you did. The thing is that you hadn't upbeat into him like that for a while, like at least over a minute. So that refresh rate was there. It's like, okay, he's peppering me with a lot of attacks. He's comfortable. This is like what he does in a high intense situation. So granted, again, I've talked to you about this before. Should we be into people at high percent when it's super punishable? No. Are there exceptions to every rule? Yes. So this was great. Good job. You called out. Watch what he's doing. You watch. You are shielding. You are assessing. You got hit. Whatever. You hit him. Right here. You are watching him, and let's watch him. Let's not watch you. Boomerang, arrow, boomerang, arrow. So even though you are,
I don't know. I think
I'm telling you that you did. You aren't sitting there looking. No one in their right mind is sitting there going boomerang arrow, boomerang arrow. Your brain just picked up on the fact that you saw a pattern. You saw a pattern. You saw a pattern. You've been playing the same pattern for 4 fucking minutes. And so you saw the situation. Plus, right. So I think that you just were comfortable knowing that he was going to go for another arrow and try to pepper you out, because that's what his safe tool is. This is why people get annoyed with fighting against Zelda, because she has that option. But the thing is that you have to give it to yourself. You called him out here and you made a very risky play, but it paid off. That's what is the beauty about up B, and I think it's why we like to go for it a lot, because like it can feel like, oh, we have the opportunity. But like, if we were to go back, and it's going to be hard for me, so I might not be able to find it, but if we were to go back and look at this situation, I think it was actually earlier here. I think you had the stock lead. Yeah, the up B kill screen is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it was right here, maybe? No, okay. I'm not sure where it was. Oh, maybe it's right here. So you had gotten it there too. So you were feeling it out. There was only one up B that you went for. And I think it was like, I don't remember when it was, but I know we pointed it out. You had like he was at like, you were at 33%. I think it's right here. I think this is it. Yep, it's right. It's
brilliant. Yeah, I know.
No, it's this right here. So the difference is here. you don't have Phantom. Whenever you were charging Phantom before, you were staying behind it. If you ever throw out Phantom and you were like landing it, like you see how like you're charging Phantom, you hit them, you throw out a projectile, you charge Phantom, you like dash in, whatever. You hadn't ever once thrown Phantom and then teleported. So you were calling out a pattern, but you were also mixing up your own, which is another reason they weren't looking for it. That's correct. That's correct. I'm not saying that like what you're doing specifically right here is something that you should apply like in your day-to-day gameplay, but it's just more so a situation that you felt. You threw it and he's throwing shit at you and you just went for it. And he kept throwing shit at you and it worked. So I think that we have to give ourselves our successes when we see them, even if it's not something that we, you know, again, because again, like I've said, you didn't do this pretty much the whole time. You like teleported, I think, into them like maybe 3 times the whole match, and one of the times it didn't work. 2 of the times it did. So that's the beauty of not going for that, you know, like throughout the match, is because the longer you don't do something, the less expected it is. You know, if I sit in front of you and I sit in front of you for 8 hours and I don't do anything, and then the first minute goes past the 8 hour and I slap you across the face, you're never going to see that coming. You are never going to see that coming. That's the right. That's the same concept right here. That's the same concept. So I'm glad that we went over this, but the main takeaways from this are going to be play more with shield and look for opportunities to reflect. When I say look for opportunities to reflect, I don't mean like, oh, he threw something at me, let me reflect it. It's more about like, okay, he's throwing boomerang, let me jump over it, and then I'll reflect it when it's on its way back to him, right? Or like, oh, okay, he's throwing bomb. If he has a bomb in his hand, I'm gonna wait until he explodes it before I start charging Phantom. Because it's just like Rob. He has to pull the bomb out and he's gonna have to throw it again, and then he's gonna have to detonate it. So once it's detonated, it's kind of like how people play against Zelda. You know, when Phantom is down, that's when people try to go in on her, because that's like the most vulnerable time before she can set up another Phantom. So the same thing is with Link. He has the bomb, he has to throw it, he explodes it. So once it explodes and you're in shield and it hits your shield and the coast is clear, then you can try to set up Phantom. The thing is that he still has boomerang and he still has arrow. He's at a distance. Both of those options are slow enough to where you should be able to start Phantom and at least throw Phantom to hit the projectile and stop it. You know, so and I think that you were playing pretty much like that for the most part. You were playing pretty well. I think you were playing actually very well for the most of the game. You just made a couple little mistakes here and there. So we just got to clean that up. Don't land on Link's shield with any aerials. Don't land on Link's shield with any aerials. When we panic, we need to shield. Just panic and shield and let Link grab you. He doesn't really get very many follow-ups. I think at like low to mid percent, he gets like down throw up air sometimes, but he doesn't get anything else after that at higher percents. So if you're a higher percent and you're scared, just shield. He can't kill you. He can't kill you. It's better for you to shield and him grab you and throw you than for you to shield. He hits your shield, you up B out of shield. Or sorry, you he hits your shield and you bear out of shield, and then spot dodge in the neighbors and he just like charges F smash and kills you. Like you have control over those situations occurring. You do. It's mind games and mix-ups that we don't have so much control over. That's why like this Link was probably a little salty about that. He might have been fine with it, he might not have, I don't know. But regardless, I would have been pretty pissed if that killed me, because there was no way in hell he ever saw that coming. So good job. Seriously, good job. So what I want to do now is I want to get you a little bit warmed up before you start. I'm actually not doing bamboo battles today. I wanted to, but there's some other things in life that I need to be working on. And, you know, sometimes we have to make those decisions. And so I'm trying to do that and resist the urge to, you know, do something I love so that way I can do something I love more often in the future. So anyway, I want to make sure, because I have you right now, I want to make sure that in the future, like in the next coming weeks, I am going to be changing my availability. Do weekends work for you? Would there be a time where during the weekend that would work for you, or would you prefer like evenings? Because I'm going to try to at least also offer like maybe like, I don't know, like maybe like 7 to 11 p.m. or 7 to 10 p.m.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. Oh, okay. Evenings work for Ben. Okay. And what would the latest be that you would be able to, you know, before you need to like wind down and stuff for the night? Oh, okay. So that doesn't matter for you. Okay. Okay. Well, I will, night owl. All right. So I'm going to jot that down, keep that in mind. Just because it's going to be hard for me to like make an availability that like works for everybody. But basically I'm going to try to do something where I'm working like Monday through Thursday somewhere, and then like maybe like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, I am, you know, still able to like do Metafy offer lessons, that sort of thing. Let's see. All right, so let me get the arena set up here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. For anybody that's been here and is hanging out, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this information has been helpful for you. You know, it is such a passion of mine to be able to, you know, have people that are as interested in Zelda as I am. And it's something I'm still very thankful for every day. My little community of, you know, averaging 5 people that watch the stream is something that, you know, might not bring other people joy, but for me it really makes me happy. So thank you guys for being here and watching and, you know, listening to what I have to say and thinking that it'll benefit you. Sometimes it's a little surreal for me, so thank you guys for being here. Now that being said, let's stop the lo-fi music. And let's get some bangers going. I'll have to play some more EDM copyright-free music. Damn it. Okay, cool.
Choose your fighter. Link.
All right, and I'm just waiting for them to join. Okay, period. All right, so I have the arena set up whenever you're ready.
On the other.
Oh gosh, you had to go through all that again. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Okay, I gotcha. Ew. I mean, hey, if you want to play as a creepy department store mannequin, by all means, be my guest. Surprise! I see, I see.
3, 2,
Oh God, not this.
go!
Nice. Nice. Nice, good. Good. That's all right. That's okay. Great up B. Take your time. Nice, Nehrus. Cover the ledge with Dins. You can set up Phantom sooner. That's okay. Just up B. Remember, up B is always going to be like, if you can punish them, it's guaranteed. Fair and Bear is a little harder. Nice. Ow. Nice. Okay. Now remember, if I hit you once, you're gonna die. So you gotta play safe. Yep, stay behind your Phantom, keep yourself available. See, this is what I hate. So when if Link is on a platform, stop your projectile game. Your only goal is to get to center, so that way you can pressure him more effectively. But watch, if I'm standing right here, I can cover center, right? If I'm throw it from here, I can cover all the way over there. And it, obviously it bounces and stuff. If I stand right here, I can still cover center. So because of that, you have to play with shield and you have to play with Nehru's. So right now, what you're gonna do is I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna throw this shit. Go ahead and go to the edge of the stage. Go over here. Yep. And now I'm gonna stand here and you're gonna try to figure out a way to safely get to me. Yes, you see how you're inching in? That's exactly how you should play it. And then once the bomb is like down and it's detonated, then you can start charging Phantom. So you have to like, yes, now, yes. That's how you should be doing it. Yes, set up your fucking Phantom. Just go back to center, yep. Jump, yes. Now I'm gonna start throwing my shit. I'm a bitch. I'm a little bitch. Nope, no Phantom. Good. See, do you see how you put Din's Fire just right at the edge and you covered? So keep working on that too. If you use Din's Fire, nice kick. If you use Din's Fire and I am off stage, only cover the ledge with it. Do not send it any further out. I don't care if you think you're gonna hit it or not. It's better for you to like act like fake out and think that you're gonna like make them think you're gonna try to hit them with it. Okay, Queen, I like that. Yep. Yeah. Something that's really smart is if you're above them, you can just like try to actually just jump above them and you see like throw them into shit like that. Now Link has a little bit more potency because of, you know, the back hit, which I didn't see the player you were using, or the player you were fighting against. I didn't see them use their back air very much. I think that's just because you made it hard for them to use it. So remember, if Nehru's isn't working, just shield. Shield is number one. Shield is number one. It will always beat everything that you know, that is an attack. All right, it's okay. Shield is good. You were shielding. It's, you know, you're doing fine with that. You just shielded a little too long there. No big deal. Good. What? I suck. But yeah, so when you inch forward like that, when Link's on those platforms, that's exactly how you need to be playing it 100%. So I'm not really a Link player, obviously, but I think he's easy enough to where, yeah, right, I'm just one in disguise. That's all you need to know. So yeah, I'm going to, we're just gonna get you warmed up. So I'm gonna play a little Aegis here. Don't worry about it. It's just gonna warm you up. Okay, I can see that. And I honestly, I don't blame you. It's just, it's really hard for her. Okay, good. Ow. 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 Yeah, so don't guess. Yeah, see, that was good. How you shielded, you just shielded that. You sort of assessed the situation. Nice. Okay. That's alright, just remember, get to center, don't try to fight back. You're at high percent, so just be careful. Okay. Nice. Good roll. Very good roll. Most people just freeze. Nice. Okay. The air dodge there wasn't too bad because, like, it's a little scary. You think you might die, you don't know. It's understandable, but it is something that we want to, you know, not really go for too much. Remember, double jump, fastball, air dodge. Try to practice that if I hit you up in the air high enough. Good, up B. Look for double jump, fastball, air dodge if I throw you up. That was a directional air dodge, so just, you're okay, you're okay. That just means we still need to practice it. It's alright. Okay, I like that. That was a little different. Yeah, well, just take your finger off the button. Because your finger's hovering over it because you're ready to use it. Good, good. You at least did a neutral air dodge. So double jump, fast fall, then the air dodge. Yes, that at least lets you get to shield, lets you dodge a possible option. The goal, of course, is to get the fastball out as soon as possible, and it's hard to on Wi-Fi, so I applaud you for trying to even do it at all, because, like, I'm even trying to do it and it's hard to do. Good, good. See how you went to the, like, you went out, and instead of, like, trying to back air me like you did at that link, like, you just... Yes, 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 this is exactly what you should be doing, yes. Now, faster characters can get in on you, so that's, like, the tough part, but, like, yes, get away from me, set up camp. Zelda fighting is like... It's gotta be calculated, it can't be... Not that. No fares out of shield. Good, parry Nehru's is excellent. Okay. Yep, you got your Phantom started. I like the fact that you mixed that up. Good. That's okay. Almost. The air dodge is coming out a little too late, but again, it's Wi-Fi. It's really hard to do. Woo! Girl, I thought your shield was broken. Okay. Okay, good. You at least got out of the situation. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I felt that dare coming. I felt it. Good, you covered the ledge. I literally did not think you were gonna do it.
Zelda wins.
Yes. Yeah. Because I was trying to be careful when I landed behind you too. I didn't want to get too close because I knew you were throwing an up B, and you know I'm scared of my high percent. That was really, really good. Okay, so do we feel today's session has been helpful for you? Do you feel that going over the link video was able to kind of open your eyes a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Concept.
Yeah.
For this.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yes.
so that
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, something that I do want to point out is that, you know, you should be happy when it goes to time. I know that feels weird, but you should be, because that means you are doing something right. If the match is not ending that quickly, you are doing something right. If you are lasting against an opponent or they're lasting against you, think of it like this: it's an endurance training. If you can get your matches to last as long as possible, you're going to get the most out of them. Yes, it's going to wear you down, but you're going to get the most out of them. So if you can figure out more focused on like, how do I play safe? How do I reset neutral? How do I, like, if you follow all these options, you're going to have games that are going to last longer because you're making better decisions. But when you're fighting players who are also making just as good as decisions as you, that's when time starts to really run out. It's when we make those quick decisions that are panicky, where like we bear out a shield and then we spot dodge and our opponent just charges an F smash and kills us, or up Bs or whatever for landing on their shield. Those are those things that cause matches to end early. But yes, if you last as long as possible, you're getting the most out of it. And it's an indication. If you look at the clock and it's 2 minutes, you can look at that and be like, damn, I'm good. I've been in this for 5 fucking minutes in this fucking labyrinth of fucking link projectiles and pretty hair.
yeah.
It is. But I mean, this is what this is, yeah, this is what you signed up for. This is what we do. And I think that, you know, it's very, very good on you to be able to recognize those things. Keep in mind as well, when fighting Link or fighting projectile characters, shield, of course, is number one. Remember that you can hold shield, and if you hold the B button, you can tilt forward, let go of the B button, and then let go of shield, and then you can start walking. That way you can put your shield up again immediately out of walk. When you were inching towards me, I think you were doing a mixture of that and initial dash. But for Zelda, it's a lot more potent to just walk, because that way you never have to worry about not being able to get your shield up before you get hit. So just keep that in mind. Walking into shield is going to be like the number one thing with dealing with projectile characters. And then once you reflect, you know, and look, they usually have one or two projectiles that, like, you know, they can't really throw out. Like Wii Fit, when you fight Wii Fit, once she throws her soccer ball and it's like past you, or it's like I don't know, you hit it back, whatever. Once it's over and it's not a threat anymore, that's when you can set up Phantom. It's when you start setting up Phantom when she's off stage and she throws it at you that you get hit. So you have to like let her do that first. We are the defensive character. We are a very unique character, an anti-zoning trap character. So fighting projectile characters, that's our thing. Let them throw their shit first. We retaliate. We get information from watching how they use their projectiles. We can outplay them based off that. Samus is the hardest one for us to overcome, but Zelda can beat Samus. It's just incredibly difficult, but it can be done. So
my
yes, yes, yeah. So we actually have gone over that before. It's just been a while. Yeah, it's just when we were working on dash to shield specifically.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you do dash to shield, if you dash forward and then basically like when we're dashing, right? We like, again, I know you don't really take your thumb off the stick very much, so you might have already been doing this beforehand, just never really understood the difference. But you won't unless somebody literally pulls you aside and tells you that, because there's no instruction manual that comes with this game. When you do a dash, yes, you dash and you keep holding forward and you put your shield up. And what happens is that you're buffering your shield at the first possible frame that you can do something else out of the dash animation. Dash is really weird in this game because it's interruptible at any point except by shield. Shield is the only thing that cannot interrupt a dash. You have to wait for the dash to finish. If you dash and let go of the stick, when you do like initial dashes, that's kind of what people do, is like they'll like initial dash once and they'll initial dash forward and then initial dash back, whatever. But you let off the stick usually. If you let off the stick and then you put the shield up, it actually takes longer for it to come up because you're not buffering the shield out of the initial dash at that point. You're buffering the shield out of you ending the initial dash. So yes, shield will come up much faster. But this is great for characters like Corrin, because Corrin can dash and hold shield, and she can put her shield up 9 frames after she starts a dash. It's busted. That's why Corrin is so hard to hit. Zelda has to wait until frame 15 before her shield comes up. So that's why we have to circumvent this by playing slow, by shielding, holding the B button so that way we don't accidentally roll. We can hold forward, put our shield towards them, let go of both the shield button and the B button and just keep holding forward, and then we'll start walking, and at any point during the walk we can put our shield right back up. That's super important. Dash to shield is very good too. Dash to shield is going to be more useful in situations where, like, if we down tilt them and we know we can't get a fair follow-up, then we can dash into shield underneath them. Hopefully they hit our shield, then we retaliate up B, whatever. But if they're throwing projectiles at us, dash to shield is still a big risk. So walk to shield is going to be better. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but I want you to stick around because there's one thing I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
And then, yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here, and I will catch you guys later. Hopefully today was helpful for you. You know, I'm always offering lessons on Metafy. You know, so if you want to sign up, if you're a subscriber here, you get 10% off. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.